Hey everyone, and welcome to Pursuit of Wisdom, your space for connecting big ideas with real life. Here, we dive into the timeless questions of philosophy, history, and human thought to find answers. Join me on this pursuit of wisdom. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you never miss a step on our journey together. Thanks for watching. To let go is to be free, an old Japanese proverb that holds a universe of wisdom. At the very heart of Japanese philosophy lies a beautiful and profound idea called mujō, impermanence. Think about it. Everything in our world is in a constant state of flux. The cherry blossoms bloom in a breathtaking burst of color, only to fall just days later. Waves rise from the ocean, crash onto the shore, and recede back into the sea. Our own lives are a series of cycles, gain and loss, joy and sorrow, beginnings and endings. The ancient masters understood that fighting this natural flow is the root of our suffering. When we try to hold on too tightly, we create our own pain. But when we learn to embrace this truth, we find a deep and lasting peace. This idea isn't unique to Japan. It echoes the Taoist principle of Wu Wei, which translates to effortless action. Now, this isn't about being lazy or passive. It's about moving in harmony with the current of life, like a skilled swimmer who works with the water instead of fighting against it. It's the art of achieving more by doing less, of allowing things to unfold naturally. There's a famous Zen story that illustrates this perfectly. It's about a farmer who lived in a small village. One day, his only horse ran away. His neighbors rushed over, exclaiming, "Oh, what terrible luck! How will you manage?" The farmer, calm as ever, simply replied, "Maybe." A week later, his horse returned, and it wasn't alone. It brought back two wild, beautiful horses with it. The neighbors were ecstatic. "What incredible good fortune," they cheered. The farmer once again just said, "Maybe." The next day, the farmer's son was trying to tame one of the new horses. He was thrown off and broke his leg. The neighbors gathered again, shaking their heads. "What a tragedy," they sighed. And you guessed it, the farmer looked at them and said, "Maybe." A few weeks passed, and soldiers marched into the village. They were conscripting all the able-bodied young men for a brutal war. When they saw the farmer's son with his broken leg, they passed him by. His life was spared. This story reveals a profound truth. We rarely see the full picture. We are so quick to label events as good or bad, but these are just small snapshots in a much larger, unfolding story. Rushing to judgment blinds us to the bigger picture, to the interconnectedness of it all. What seems like a disaster today might be the seed of a blessing tomorrow. What feels like a victory might lead to unforeseen challenges. The farmer's wisdom wasn't in predicting the future, but in accepting the present without judgment. In Japan, this philosophy isn't just an abstract idea, it's woven into the fabric of daily life. It's lived and breathed through practices that celebrate the beauty of the fleeting moment. Think of Zen meditation, where you learn to observe your thoughts and feelings as they come and go, like clouds passing in the sky. You don't cling to them or push them away, you simply watch them pass. Or consider the traditional tea ceremony, Chinoyo. It's not just about drinking tea. It's a highly structured ritual where every single movement, every gesture, is deliberate and full of meaning. It's a practice in being completely present, in honoring the one time, one meeting, the idea that this exact moment will never happen again. And then there's haiku poetry, which captures a single, fleeting moment in just 17 syllables. It doesn't try to explain or analyze. It simply presents an image, a feeling, a slice of life. A frog jumping into a pond, the sound of the water. The beauty is in its simplicity and its ephemerality. Perhaps the most famous symbol of mujō is the cherry blossom, or sakura. Every spring, the entire country of Japan seems to hold its breath, waiting for the blossoms to appear. For a brief, magical week or two, they transform the landscape into a sea of pink and white, but their beauty is inseparable from their fragility. The petals fall almost as soon as they bloom, scattered by the wind and rain, and yet, this very shortness is what makes them so precious. It teaches us to appreciate beauty right here, right now, without trying to possess it forever. Now, let's bring this into our modern lives. How often do we resist change? We cling to relationships that have run their course, jobs that no longer fulfill us, or old versions of ourselves that we've outgrown. We do this out of fear of the unknown, fear of loss, fear of starting over. We build walls around our comfort zones, hoping to keep life's uncertainties at bay. But as the philosophy of mujō reminds us, everything is temporary, the only constant is change. Trying to stop it is like trying to hold water in your hands. The more you squeeze, the faster it slips away. Letting things pass isn't a sign of weakness. It's a profound act of courage that frees us from the anxiety of holding on. This doesn't mean we should become passive observers of our own lives. It doesn't mean we stop caring or stop striving. On the contrary, it means we engage more fully with the present moment, precisely because we know it won't last. We love more deeply, work more passionately, and experience joy more completely, all without the crippling illusion that we can control the outcome. Think about the anxiety so many of us feel about the future. We worry about our careers, our finances, finding love, or even just getting enough likes on social media. Much of that stress comes from a deep-seated desire to fix life into a state of certainty and permanence. We want guarantees, We want to know how the story ends. But life doesn't offer guarantees. As the Zen master Shunryu Suzuki once said, when you realize everything changes, and you find your composure in it, there is nothing which you will try to hold on to. In that realization, there is immense freedom. Letting go is not failure, it is strength. It is learning to trust the rhythm of life itself, just as the seasons turn without our command and rivers carve their way through mountains over millennia. There is an intelligence to the universe, a natural flow, and our task is to learn to dance with it. This ancient wisdom is now being validated by modern science. Philosophers and psychologists alike are recognizing the power of acceptance. Therapies like acceptance and commitment therapy, or ACT, are built on the idea that fighting reality only fuels our suffering. Mindfulness practices, which are now mainstream, teach us to observe our reality without judgment. Stress research consistently shows that our resistance to what is creates far more mental and physical tension than the situation itself. Embracing impermanence helps us adapt, heal, and grow. It builds resilience. So, take a moment and ask yourself, what would your life look like if you stopped resisting change? If instead of asking, why is this happening to me, you started asking, what is life showing me now? What if you treated every event, every challenge, every unexpected turn, not as a final judgment, but as a maybe, just one chapter in a much longer, more mysterious book? The Japanese philosophy of mujō invites us to live like that wise farmer, to see each moment as part of a greater, unfolding pattern that we can't fully comprehend. In this way, letting things happen doesn't mean giving up. It means walking with the flow of life, not against it. It means embracing change as our greatest teacher and finding a quiet strength and peace right in the middle of uncertainty. In the end, the art of letting things happen is really the art of being fully alive. It's about being present, engaged, and unafraid of the next chapter, whatever it may bring. It's about finding the courage to say maybe and trusting the journey. Thank you so much for watching. If this resonated with you, please consider liking this video and subscribing to the channel for more explorations into the wisdom of life. See you in the next one.